broken system, chained and tangled up in lies. Voices shouting, screaming in defeat. Politicians playing games under darkened skies. Hope lost in the dust of the street. Red and blue, colors pouring from the sky. Debates turn to anger, the crowd gets loud. Punches flying in the blink of an eye. Truth buried deep beneath the shroud. Welcome to the bullpen, where the weak will survive. These broken dreams we defend, trying to keep alive. Faces on the screen, flashing perfect teeth. But behind those eyes, just rotting greed. Politicians turn to whispers beneath. They all just get what they need. Whispering conspiracies, drowning in their lies. Echoes of freedom, lost in cries. Spin the wheel of fate, let's see who rise. But this game will bleed you dry. Welcome to the bullpen, where the weak will survive. These broken dreams we defend, trying to keep alive. Welcome to the bullpen, where the weak will survive. These broken dreams we defend, trying to keep alive.
Good evening, everybody. It's Sunday night, so it's time for another episode of the Bullpen. I've already boomered everything up by not connecting the YouTube to the studio, so it created a second live stream. So hopefully everybody will roll on in from the preset live stream into the new one. I know Mad and Chad have been in the chat trying to let everybody know, so hopefully people will be over in a second. Just you? Okay. In the meantime, how are you guys doing? Pretty good. Avs won today. First day of the playoffs for the Avs. Blocking everybody what? That's not what it's showing on this side. There. Yeah, I'm showing us all in individual spots.
Now we are.
I
Yeah,
changed
now
to a
it
different
is.
scene.
Yep. It finally did it on the YouTubes.
On the YouTubes.
Yeah, we're boomering everything to start tonight.
We?
Where's the we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We as a collective channel.
I
What's
feel
this
like
we shit, white man?
look, I've been on a lot of streams with Mad and Comix, and they don't do this stuff.
Nope.
So just saying.
Oh, well, you should have seen last Tuesday.
Wasn't my fault. That was hers.
We went live with no audio for the narrator.
No, she had audio. It was
Just not understandable audio. No,
Yeah.
she was completely robotic. Chad, how was
but
your
fixed
week?
it.
Oh, it was good times. Good times. We're just trying to wait for this this sort of tiny shutdown to clear so I can get a few more checks to clear to the place I work, but otherwise it'll be good to go.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. That sucks.
Yeah, the shutdown's been going on for a little bit now, hey?
Yeah, I mean, luckily we're diversified in terms of what we do, so it's only like,
some of your
Couple-
contracts?
It's only like a few $1 million.
That's not you.
Just a few. How did Little League go this weekend?
Oh, it went good as Little League goes. There's a 5-run limit every inning, so there's that.
Right. Mercy rules and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But
we
how
did.
did
No
catching
mercy.
go?
Catching went well. Yeah, considering ended up catching for 2 innings out of the 4 played, and
Cool.
he was pretty good. He had to be reminded that he had to chase the ball when it got past him when there were kids on base a couple times, just because by the second inning he was a little hot and kind of losing focus. But on the plus side, the rest of the team was right there with him when anything got hit into the field, so I don't feel as bad. We had a great play where the shortstop speared a ball that was hit and got up and immediately threw it to second for what could have been a double play if the second baseman had moved to cover the bag.
Right.
But he was still over in the middle of the infield where he just plays, and so the ball just went sailing right into the outfield. So, good stuff.
I remember
You
the
made-
days of kids picking grass and flowers in the outfield, not even knowing whether a ball was hit.
You may want to delete that other live stream. You got 16 dummies in there that won't leave.
Like mad.
I'll see if I can.
Well, yeah, I'm there to tell them to leave. That's different.
Indeed. Indeed.
All right. Go in there, see if I can get that deleted real quick. So, Chad, guess a place we could start is, we didn't really talk about it, but in March, we had the Supreme Court actually have the hearings regarding Election Day and mail-in ballots coming after actual Election Day. Do you want to go over where you think that one's going to be and how they were leaning on that one? Because it sounded like they were leaning more towards Election Day means Election Day.
This is where, this court it gets me because this stuff is, it's clear in the intent of the language to not allow days and days and days of post-dated stuff. So the block, it seems solid based on, aside from our number one seed for saying stupid stuff in oral arguments.
Right. Katanji?
Katanji, she never disappoints, man. It's
No.
like she's there. But yeah, so I don't think this one is. Now what we found out, what's more interesting is we found out through New York Times reporting this week some more backstory regarding the Dobbs decision, which was the one that overturned Roe v. Wade,
That they slow walked it?
where the liberal justices specifically slow walked completing their dissents to delay the opinion. And now with that in my frame, I'm thinking that is what's happening with the Voting Rights Act decision, that Alito has probably had that majority decision written for months. And because the liberal justices want to slow walk it to force it so it's so far past that it can't be used in this election, they are, in fact, going to probably try to hold it till June, where it would be past where most states could do the redistricting.
Yeah. And you guys have some interesting stuff coming up this week.
We got it on Tuesday. We got the actual, redistricting vote here. Now, I've seen a lot of the reporting regarding some of the, early voting prognostication is difficult in Virginia because you don't register by party. There's no party affiliation registration. Like, the only thing in Virginia is you can only vote in one primary. We have open primary, so if you vote in the Democrat primary, you can't vote in the Republican and vice versa.
Right.
But we don't actually register as Republicans, Democrat, or independents. So there's no effective gauge of where the votes are coming from, aside from some people who are trying to just analyze by precinct and go, well, this precinct level in this congressional district as it exists now was like a Trump plus 20. So it's overperforming in early voting and this and that and the other. The question is always going to be, it's an off cycle election in an off, like in effectively like a special election. Do you get the turnout in Fairfax and Prince William? And here's the interesting thing: does Fairfax and Prince William actually want to have their congressional districts diluted that way? Because right now they have set up, and if you look at the way the congressional districts are, they're mostly chunked where you're getting a representative who represents Prince William or Fairfax County or in the Northern Virginia thing. What is being described as the Lobster District now slivers out and goes all the way into the western part of Virginia, then Shenandoah County. Like you're now effectively breaking up Prince William County and Fairfax into 5 congressional districts on their own. They all 5 run through them now to give them bands of voters that will offset the western parts that they're putting in there. And I did see one thing where there are some people in some of the Democrat affiliated groups who weren't happy because the way they are diluting the voting districts, it effectively takes some of these from being like very representative of African Americans to not being, no longer, because the way it's like cycling through, it's a lot more Hispanic and other minority groups now and white than it would be otherwise. So maybe some of those groups aren't as anxious to, get souls to the polls on the last Saturdays before election, day actually happening. But in the end, I do think if this wins by anything less than a traditional Democratic governor win in the last 20 years, which is usually about 7+ points, it's a sign that they are in trouble, because I think the Virginia Supreme Court is using this as their weather vane of whether they should overturn it. Right. I think the Virginia Supreme Court wants to overturn it, and they want cover. And their best case scenario would be the vote going against it. So then it's moot. Then the court gets to say their favorite thing. Well, this is moot now, and we don't even have to deal with it. Right. Or if it's close, say it's within 5 points or less, where it's basically what Virginia is, like maybe a 51-46 split where it passes 51-46. I think that gives enough political cover where the Virginia Supreme Court will just block it and say they violated the rules. Sorry, Charlie.
Violated the state constitution.
You can basically you have to go through one more election and one more legislator passing it before you could do it. There's also the vagueness of the language is weird in the interest of fairness. Like, it's a weirdly worded constitutional amendment in that it temporarily there's weirdness to it, like where you could challenge it from all sorts of different angles. But I think
we want to do this for just as long as it takes to keep Trump from getting anything done. Basically. Same thing as California. We're just suspending the redistricting group that they had put in just for now, just to make sure that we flip all these seats, and then we'll go back to it at some point.
Yep. And
that kind of crap.
Exactly, because the way it's designed, is apparently that it'll revert back to the independent congressional district commission that we have.
Right. Yeah.
Starting with the 2030 census. I think again, the Democrats show you what every time they get in, they'll show you they have no problem doing stuff to ensure their power doesn't ever go away. Once they get enough, they're in a lot of ways they're like the religion of peace, in that once they get into a point where they feel they can get away with it, they will do it, and then
they'll
shut
enshrine
down
it forever.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. Well, it'd be interesting if the Supreme Court does end up signaling that election season may be a thing of the past, and that it's election day is what is actually meant by election day. I don't know if they'll broadly interpret that case that way, but it would be interesting if they come back that way. So
It would be nice, yeah.
and it'd be nice if this does not go through in Virginia. Is there anything else on the ballot, or is it literally just a special
No,
election
this is
just
literally,
for this?
yeah, like I went in and did my early voting. They printed my ballot, and it was just that question.
The one question.
Yeah. Now here's the interesting thing. I call BS on when one thing that when you go into Virginia when they do the ballot scanning, it doesn't show you on the screen what you voted for. It just says ballot accepted. So I think some people reporting like on the screen it wouldn't process no votes.
Is it that way in every single county?
Yes, the Virginia has a standardized. You get a
Okay.
paper ballot. The paper ballot goes into a scanner. The scanner just acknowledges that it has counted your vote, and then the paper ballots are kept, for recount
To
purposes
verify.
if needed. Yep.
Right.
It just says, congratulations, your vote is counted.
I don't
And then
think
you-
ours even do that.
Then you
Ours
get
is
your
just-
sticker.
You've got a little cardboard holder to keep everything private. You slide it into the machine, it sucks it through, and you get the sticker. That's
Yeah,
all
that's
you get.
basically how it is here too. Yeah.
I've never had any confirmation of acceptance or what was actually on the ballot, like something to prove how I voted. So I don't know. Lots of states do things a little bit different, but because I think we've got electronic in parts of the state, and then we've got that system in other parts of the state with the paper ballots. But we also have everybody gets a ballot by mail, whether you ask for it or not.
Yep.
Kind of like California.
Well, fortunately, Texas doesn't do that. So. But yeah, since you're largely a blue state now, that's probably why.
Yeah. Well, we're mostly probably largely a blue state because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that is the easiest to manipulate is the mail-in ballots.
Indeed.
Zephyr says they get an account of how they voted in Nevada. So that's interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. It looks like Zappo's doing the try to keep them from being able to offset by voting Tuesday. And I think he's in Virginia as well. We'll see.
Jaffo.
Yeah,
Yep,
and what was it? I do need to go and see if I need to order some more Freedom before July 1st now.
That would be a smart thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I already have lots of Freedom, but I think I need to order more Freedom.
Yeah. Having freedom is a good thing. Lots
In
of freedom.
fact, my extra special Freedom is about to clear for the ATF soon, so even better.
Nice.
My
Is it
quieter
suppressed freedom or
It's-
is it
it's,
a short
it's-
barrel freedom?
hearing safe Freedom.
Okay, makes sense.
I had ordered that Freedom because one of the bills they were considering in Virginia was adding like $1,000 sales tax.
Jesus Christ!
To
Talk about trying to
suppressors.
price people out of that. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So I was like, F it. They took away, because I know a lot of people are waiting for it to get overturned because the tax stamp is currently null and void, and they're attacking that in court. But I'm like, it's a $0 tax stamp. I'd rather do some ATF paperwork and get it before Virginia screws around.
Mm-hmm.
Now they ended up dropping the suppressor tax bill because they were focused on some of the other stuff. But it's an interesting scenario. More freedom though.
Is this going to affect the Keri laws there?
Oh, they're already all right. So they're doing it from a two-pronged assault. And Sponberger, she did her line item veto, so she had up until the 13th to either sign the laws and automatically make them laws, to do nothing and the laws go into effect, or to veto them. But she also had the ability to basically send amendments back to the legislature that they can either adopt and send to her so she can sign it, or reject and resend the same bill and she can either sign it or veto it. So she, in her infinite ghoulish
In her
wisdom,
very moderate way.
on the assault weapons ban bill, the assault weapons ban bill had a lot of qualifiers for what made something an assault weapon. She sent an amendment that basically struck all the qualifying language, and now in Comix we'll get this. It says an assault weapon is designed as a semi-automatic rifle or pistol that, and then everything else got struck, can can have a magazine capacity of 15 rounds or more.
Basically, any modern firearm.
That's any modern
Any
revolver.
semi-automatic.
That's
Yeah.
any semi-automatic.
That's not
rifle.
not a revolver.
Yeah,
or
that's not a
breech
revolver.
loader or
Yep.
single
So,
shot. Yeah.
Then now that's one bill. Now she also amended the Keri bill where there's restrictions where they're going to make every place that you could, like, if it's open to the public and it's a sidewalk, you can't carry an assault weapon on it anymore. And if you couple what Spawnberger did where she adjusted the language of the what is an assault weapon combined with all the restrictions on what can be carried where, even with a carry permit, you're not allowed to carry in a quote unquote assault weapon. And so unless you're rocking like one of the original single stack 8-round like carry pistols that have gone completely out of vogue now, that we've invented the double stack micro carries. I mean, I have an old Easy 2.0 that had an 8-round capacity that I might have to break back out as my
God, that's
as-
ridiculous.
Just
as
walk
my
around with
carry.
a double barrel shotgun on your back.
No,
Yeah.
well they took away. Now here's the one thing she did amend on the assault weapons ban. She did amend taking, like, they were going to ban semi-automatic shotguns with pistol grips as assault weapons, and she took that out because some hunters were bitching, and enough of the hunters that I guess donated money on their side, so she took that out because they must be going out rocking with like Berettas and M4s, to go hunting for some reason. By the way, Beretta 1301, amazing semi-automatic shotgun, highly recommend. Better than the M4, personal opinion. People are going to hate me on that. If you disagree, super chat why.
You guys would know better than I. I've only got 2 simple freedoms.
You never shot a Benelli M4 or a Beretta 1301?
I've shot mine, and that is the only things I've shot ever.
Yeah, that's nice freedom gun.
Yeah.
Mad knows, right? Mad, you've rocked. You messed around.
I'm not a
with those.
gun guy.
Not even if it's a community gun.
Unfortunately, a community gun would be a high point.
Mad
A
loves
Keltec?
his salt
Keltec?
guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mad might love them, but you're the one on our stream like rocking it like you're Dirty Harry, like like killing the bugs.
Matt's
That's the thing I
inside.
find
I'm
funny.
in a garage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I go outside to kill them. I go chase them down.
Sure you do, man.
That's
The
the
bugs?
difference between a scout and other specialties. You're forward operating.
Yeah,
I'm home defense.
you don't
What
have
were
to
you gonna
defend
say,
your home
Comix?
if you destroy theirs.
True. But the air is theirs. I mean, it's flies and mosquitoes, so I'm not finding where they're coming from.
Oh yeah, I'm going after caterpillars.
I'm going after caterpillars.
Well, the
Can't-
the
Can't have
poisonous
any
ones.
moths or butterflies this year.
Motherfucker, you know exactly which ones I'm talking about. Those
I
poison
know.
ass ones, man.
That's funny.
He has sent videos of it.
Yep.
Meanwhile, everybody just gets to see me occasionally blow a mosquito away on my monitor. Although I try to keep the salt gun
I hope that
out
someone
of
caught
view.
that and isolated it because that could be great for phrasing.
I usually keep the salt gun out of view, though, just so YouTube can't take any stupid actions for it being a weapon that looks like, even though it's got orange tips and everything else.
And it's yellow.
No,
Oh wait, no, yours is black.
Mine's the black and gray
Yeah.
with orange everything.
Well, as long as you don't make fun of the quartering, someone from YouTube won't just nuke your channel.
Apparently.
Is that actually really a thing? Is he that tight with YouTube?
It's alleged.
It seems like it's more than just alleged. There's a lot anyway.
Cardinal sin of YouTube right there, man. What he's been doing allegedly.
Yeah, third commandment: Thou shalt not give Jarbo a reason to dunk on you.
Yeah. Or, do not walk in the footsteps of Jarbo.
And do not steal others' content and just put your watermark on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think of this? Short.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was fucking funny when everyone was doing the same thing to him. That was fucking funny. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't he the one that went to go pick up boulders or something?
No, that's Jarbo.
That was Jarbo.
We're still talking
But
about
the quartering was on that stream with him.
Was he?
Yes.
Was he on the kill stream?
I think he was.
I don't think he was, because I ended up watching the kill stream. I don't remember him being on there. I remember it being Medicare was on there, and
Yeah. I didn't really care for Jarbo. I streamed with him
Ethan
once.
Ralph, not Ethan Ralph. Whoever ran the kill stream.
Wasn't that Medicare? No,
No.
Killstream was that Ralph. Yeah, it was Ralph. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ralph.
You streamed with Jarbo once, Med?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
How
interesting.
long ago was that?
Oh, it's been a minute.
Was it before or after he made an ass of himself?
Probably after.
Matt's like, I don't know who you are. I'll come on.
Yeah, he
Nice.
talks too much.
Yeah, I have no idea who he is.
I do. I used to watch his stuff
Way
back in the day.
before my time. On
Yeah,
YouTube.
he was. The irony is that Jarbo was in the anti-SJW crowd. I mean, he was hanging out with Sargon and a lot of the others that were
Yeah.
calling out Anita Sarkeesian, and he was actually in the audience where Sargon and a bunch of others were there when Anita was speaking, and that's where she called Sargon a garbage human, and so I guess Matt started flagging channels that were talking shit about him. He got outed and basically destroyed his YouTube career. And now he's the very thing he was complaining about. And it's funny because he'll go after people saying, I can't believe you're complaining about, so-and-so and Disney. And it's basically like name female actress. Like, dude, how many videos did you make on Anita Sarkeesian? Like over 1,000? I mean,
Right.
it's like, dude has no fucking room to talk.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, the whole situation with the quartering is interesting.
Yeah.
It's actually, I really can't stand the drama stuff all that
No, I
much.
can't stand it
So
either.
I'm not paying a whole lot of attention to it. I'm just seeing things fly back and forth every now and then when it blows up a little bit on Twitter. But
I'll
I
catch
guess
like some things.
Stuttering
Just that-
Craig's now involved in some way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's Stuttering Craig's involved because I guess he was giving side scroller shit because Melanie Mac was on there. I don't know, dude. It's weird. The whole thing's kind of weird, but I mean, you got to stay up to speed on what's going on, but not like dive too
To
deep
a
into the
degree.
drama,
Yeah.
just so you know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, that's kind of more just in our little world rather
Yeah.
than like the actual political influencer type stuff that we've been covering that is also just drama, but it's drama that is just having incredibly bad takes or 180-degree reversals of what they used to believe. And I guess we can go to that next. Tucker, in the last week and a half, had put out a thing from the Tucker Carlson Network, a tweet that said, "The people in charge don't want you to know this, but Muslims love Jesus.
Tucker Carlson.
Islam reveres him as a major prophet and messenger of the Lord, believes he performed miracles, and states that he will return to earth to defeat the Antichrist. Ha ha ha! That's why Donald Trump's painting depicted himself as the son of God offended the president of Iran. It was an attack on his religion."
Number one, he didn't depict himself as Jesus in that painting. I don't think. I don't think that was Trump's at least thought when he saw it. I think Trump just thought it was him being like, I'm healing the nation, whatever. Number
Yeah.
two, Tucker Carlson slow morphing into an actual fucking imam is just crazy.
Yeah, I give it another couple months before he just flat out says, "Yeah, I converted to Islam."
It's like, when I was out fishing, I saw a woman there too, and it made me very uncomfortable.
Well, the funny thing about it, it's like those awfuls that have converted to Islam.
Right.
We're talking about that. Yeah,
Yup.
it's basically Tucker.
Yeah, it's almost as cringy as the OnlyFans chicks that claim to convert to Christianity, and then it's like, but how about you just order my 7-course program on how to become a Christian? And it's like, you just did this like a week ago. I don't think you need to be getting back online telling anybody else what to do.
No, I'll teach you how to plant
And
the
you should
seeds.
probably get rid of the OnlyFans while you're at
No,
it.
no. That's where I teach people how to plant the seeds to let them grow into
Yeah.
prosperity.
There's a lot of seeds planting on some
On
of those
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans pages. Some would say millions at a time.
Yeah. Good way of putting it.
So yeah, Tucker, the whole defending Islam thing is getting really old coming from him. And it really does make me think that the alleged payments from Qatar are pretty real.
Yeah.
Because he seems to be very chummy with Islam right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember when I was talking about that one Viking YouTuber and yeah, Saudi Arabia coming to him and doing something like that? Yeah.
We'll sponsor you, but you've got to fundamentally change this to get Islam as part of it and as a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we live in crazy town again, like more so. It's like just somebody flips CERN on with all these
Again.
yeah.
Oh
again.
yeah, man, the Higgs Biden collider. Fuckers.
Yes, the Higgs Biden collider.
That's the worst of the colliders.
Yep, because it gives you dementia. It gives reality dementia.
Not wrong.
No.
I'm wondering what the effects of me spending summers in Texas were, because I was right next to the super collider out there in Waxahachie.
What the fuck? You didn't tell me
drove
that.
by it all the
That's
time.
right. Yeah, yeah. Every time I drive to Dallas, I drive past that super collider.
Yep. We also had The View having a extremely interesting religious take this week.
Are they still on the
this
air?
one in. Yeah, and Joy Behar's a freaking idiot.
Well,
At least she got some
that's not there.
pushback on this one. So let's watch this, and it's kind of hilarious.
Did not run around saying I'm the Messiah. I'm the Messiah.
Jesus
This
kind of
guy,
did say he was
you're
the
supposed to have
Messiah.
a
She said Jesus did not run around saying, "I'm the Messiah."
little bit of
That's exactly what Jesus said. I am the Messiah.
You know what?
I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father but through me. But no, he did never say he was the actual Messiah. No.
It's been a
Jesus
minute
was more
since I
merciful
heard
than
things.
The Pope's got him. He's got God behind.
She just said I knew Jesus.
That's Jesus is our gardener.
Right.
Jesus was not narcissistic like this guy.
And
But
by
when
the way,
you are the Messiah, it's not narcissism to say it.
Yes, it is.
When you are the Messiah.
I'm going to move this along because this.
I
is
agree. I don't think it's narcissism. Yeah,
The Pope has God with him.
No, it would be called fact.
yeah.
If you
No,
are
it's
the savior of the
narcissist.
world, then it's not narcissism to let people know that. In fact, that was kind of the whole mission, to save everybody through your death and resurrection, while also proclaiming that you're the way that somebody can be saved. So I get tired of the phony Christian thing going on, especially from the left, because right now the hypocrisy around Trump and the Pope getting into a little dust up is crazy. And
Just
so,
wait till they learn their history about how the Pope has never been involved in politics ever.
Oh yeah, I
Right.
know. Absolutely not. Never, ever, ever.
but I mean, just the hypocrisy of, well, Trump shouldn't ever fight the Pope on anything. And, they completely put aside that the Pope's against gay marriage, the Pope's against abortion, and a whole bunch of the rest of the Democratic platform. But if he's against something that Trump is going for, they're going to all just jump on board with the Pope and be like, no, the Pope's infallible. You can't give any pushback on the Pope. If he says the war in Iran is bad, you've got to stop it right now. And I agree with JD, who basically said, yeah, the Pope should probably stick to theology.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're the ones running a government. He's running a church. He can talk about the theology of it, but he doesn't need to tell us whether we can or can't attack Iran.
Yeah.
Or whether we should or should not.
I mean, I don't mind.
He can have his opinion.
I don't mind a religious leader voicing their opinion. I just don't think that you need to somehow, if they wade into political conflict, pretend that they need to be protected. Like,
right.
Oh no!
If the Pope's going to get in the mud, the political mud, then the Pope is going to take some mudslinging back.
Yeah, you're going to get mud flinged at you. So yeah, and yeah, I
to clutch your pearls and say you can't say anything to the Pope that would, demean him in any way. It's like, no, Trump is allowed to defend Trump's position on this as well. It's not just the Pope has final say in everything.
Yeah.
And yes, he can have the opinion, Chad. That's not what I was getting at. I was getting at, if he's going to wade in, he better expect that there's going to be a little bit of stuff coming back his way, especially with Trump.
It's that meme where it says it's the chick with the shovel flinging stuff over the wall, and it says internet, and then you see a bunch of shovels flinging stuff back. It says, and she's all help misogyny. It's the same fucking thing. It's like when you engage in internet discourse, expect shit to be flung back at you. That's all there is to it. And
even if it's not internet,
even if you're the Pope, dude. Even
if it's talking through the news or just issuing a statement, there's probably going to be some coming back your way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, pretty much issuing a statement is the internet these days. It's usually done on the internet as well as television. So that's just the reality.
Yeah. But I agree with Trump. It's starting to look like they may have chosen this Pope specifically as an American to counterpoint Trump to a degree.
What? Why? Why? He's still gonna be the Pope after this. After this term, why would they? That doesn't make sense to me.
Because you've got to let the American in power.
Oh, man. You don't know your Catholic history well enough if you think that a pope can't just be moved on once their political usefulness is.
That's never happened. Never
has served its purpose.
I guess I don't know how much it was all. No, we got to go against Trump.
Well, I don't think it was.
Well, it's a relative unknown popping out of nowhere to suddenly become the Pope.
You know the reason, Mad, why priests can't marry, right?
Why?
Because before they could, and they were marrying into very powerful political families in the Middle Ages. So, yeah.
Okay, so Comix, no, they could never actually marry.
I thought that came with the Cluniac reform.
No, that was a long. All right, so they used to way back, but that whole and that stuff where they were marrying and passing their things on, they were doing that when they were supposed to be allowed to marry anyway. As an example, in Florence, right, where you had the Medici's feuding with the Borgias. The reason the Borgias had a dynasty, even though one of them was a pope and had his sons and daughter involved in it, it was well past when they weren't supposed to have kids.
Yeah.
So it was a thing for a long time after.
Well, no, it was definitely a thing for a long time, but I mean, there was a point in time where that was it did happen.
Yeah, it was a rules for thee, but not for me. Once you became a bishop or a cardinal, or higher. And that's that's specifically one of the things that prompted the Protestant Revolution and Reformation, was that they were passing along church property to their heirs and stuff.
Yeah,
that was a big deal in England too. There's a lot of history stuff where the church being corrupt caused problems.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now in this case, what I'll translate it to Mad. So this guy wasn't even like a 6th round pick on the board, and he stormed up to being the number 1 pick.
Right.
Out of nowhere. So,
but to say that it's because they wanted to counter Trump, I think that may be a stretch.
I wouldn't put it past.
I'm not sure.
In this case, I think it was they really didn't have there was no dominant person ready to take over. And so why not do it that way? Why not?
Looks like we got a Rumble rant from Mod Eric K. For $1, this Pope is the perfect example of the American public education. He is a moron. Did he say anything about the 40K who were murdered in Iran? No. The 100K Christians in Nigeria? No. Burning of churches?
No.
All right. Let's see if the new video settings actually work in any significant way.
The bullpen thanks you for giving that. I need more.
Reminder, that's Chad's influence.
Indeed.
DB Wild takes Chad's influence very seriously.
Apparently my suggestions are very good. So I don't know why you're being hateful.
I'm not. The other quick portion of the influencer stuff. And Comix, do you want to do a quick explanation of horseshoe theory?
Yeah, basically, horseshoe theory is that politics, basically, you start in the middle, and the further and more extreme you go, the more alike they become. A good example of this is your typical Groiper and your typical SJW have very similar talking points. And
we've got the example coming up. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm prepping for.
Well, there you go.
So this is side by side, well, interspersed throughout the cut. And this is from Canary Mission, so credit to them. But this is Anna Kasparian and Nick Fuentes. Bring the audio in.
Our country is under a hostile occupation.
Israeli occupation of the United States government.
Israel controls our government.
Well, I wonder who they're talking about.
Israel controls our government.
Control and influence and manipulate our system.
This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
And manipulate.
Yeah, word
Except
for word.
I don't how do I put this? I don't think Groiper types have ever really been far from like in terms of what they've been saying. It's I guess they technically were planted as allegedly right-wing people, but they've always sounded more Young Turks than anything else anyway.
I don't know, man. It's weird, dude, because I think I mentioned how some Groiper came into my comments and started going at me, and it's like, dude, you just sound like a fucking SJW. I mean, I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. And it's just like, okay, whatever. Go fuck off.
Right.
I don't care. I'm just going to make fun of you.
Let's just see how much actually aligns.
By the nation state of Israel.
They are vampires. They suck our blood.
They suck the life out of this country.
Whoa.
We cannot be slaves to Israel.
I'm not a slave to Israel.
Iran does not have a nuclear weapon.
Iran did not have a nuclear arsenal.
The supreme leader of Iran promulgated a fatwa.
He had to put out a fatwa against nuclear weapons.
We had to join Israel's war of choice.
A war of choice.
I hate that
The
fucking
real threat to America is from Israel.
Term.
Our alliance with Israel as an existential threat to the United States.
They will nuke the entire
Every war
world.
is a war
Israel
of
is the
choice.
biggest threat to world peace.
Let us never forget who the real enemy is.
The
the Jews.
We need to decouple from this country.
We need to decouple. Decouple. Let's separate.
We need to free America from this sick, perverse, parasitic organism that has attached itself to us.
We don't have to go through the whole other minute and a half, but yeah, interesting, video showing the exact same wording.
Yeah,
exact same
it makes
point.
me wonder.
It's almost like the AP got to them, but we
Yeah.
know that they didn't do that in this case.
Well, it makes me wonder. It's like, are they being paid by the same people and are being fed talking points at this point?
Only if Cenk Uyghur's the one paying both of them.
I don't think.
And I don't think that's the case with Nick Fuentes.
Well, no. I don't know. The language that they're using is too fucking similar for it to be coincidental.
I think they may just be getting this information from the same place. There's some like the Q source, for the Gospels.
Care to unpack that?
For the Gospels?
Yeah. So the theory is that there was a source of different sayings or short stories about Jesus, and then the authors of the Gospels used that. Except, John, which was the earliest, not earliest, but the youngest of the Gospels written, kind of took from it. So Mark was the first. The Gospel according to Mark was written first, followed by Matthew, then Luke, then John, right? And so the theory is that it's called a Q source. These Germans did it. So Q in German is like means source.
I thought you were invoking the QAnon.
I thought you were talking
shaman.
about QAnon as well.
No.
I was like,
although
what?
it is
I was
similar
like, where is
because
QAnon in the Gospels?
no, although it is kind of similar because they all have to bake the bread. What is it? The crumbs. They have to collect the crumbs and then bake them in QAnon.
Sure.
I guess.
There's a crumb trail they're all following.
Now, what do you think? Now, since Mad brought what's up with how the Book of Enoch has suddenly decided to be relevant this week? Like everyone's like, yeah, what? Like
I didn't know it became relevant this week.
I saw some shit on
yeah,
Twitter.
it's like trending. People are like all up in it, and I'm like, have you not? This stuff's been around forever. It's not something new you just discovered, but it's.
I read it back in high school. It's mentioned. Enoch is mentioned
Yeah.
in the New Testament. I mean, so he was a known commodity back in the early church.
Yeah, but his specifically his book is, as Mad would point out, is not official canon. It's a what would be
I know it's not official canon.
Yeah, it's apocryphal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the apocrypha.
Unless you're was it the
Ethiopian
Orthodox Church, which has like umpteen more books in it. And I guess technically it's in the Dead Sea Scrolls, so it has like some street cred.
Yeah, and I think it was was it Timothy or Jude who quoted it? I can't remember which one it was. It may have been Jude, but basically said, as we know from Enoch, basically saying that the early church was aware of the writings, and it was not something that was completely unheard of.
No, I mean, I don't think the early church was unaware of any of those books. They specifically said no. They said
no.
No,
they well,
but
they talked about them in the letter.
Right. TV Wild, you're killing me, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. That's some gamer tabletop lore there, buddy. Sorry.
But, I mean, unless you've got some kind of education on the apocryphal books and all that kind of stuff, I don't think there's a whole lot of people that pay attention now to know that there were other books outside of what we actually call the Bible or what constitutes the Bible now.
Right.
Even amongst the Christians.
Hmm.
Because I've run into plenty that have no idea what the Book of Enoch is. Or even the Book of Jubilees, which I believe is still in the Torah.
I choose not to be ruled by Israel, so I don't.
I don't believe in your Islam.
Until they give you your
$7,000. You're not gonna convert me to Israelism.
I want my payment in non-negotiable bearer bonds, untraceable.
I just like a pallet of cash, like Biden and Obama were given to Iran. Seems like the best way to have money transferred.
Give me a pallet of cash too. I'll say bad things about Israel. Like a day.
Right. I thought we had another super chat back there that I didn't want to interrupt the conversation for, so let me pop back there. Yeah. Eric K for another $1. Last real pope that deserved any respect was John Paul II.
Yeah.
Now, that was a man everybody could respect regardless of your faith.
Yep.
Now, by the way, who was also very political, but just in historically probably a good way, as we look at it. But he was, I mean, he actively fought communism, recognizing it as a true evil.
He was from
humanity.
Poland, right?
Correct. He
Yes, that's
actively
why.
supported the Solidarity movement. He was very active in bringing down. I mean, I would say he was probably second to Reagan in pushing the geopolitical pressure on the Soviet Union that helped break it.
Hold that thought, Chad.
You want to hear me say something smart for once? The bullpen is awesome.
We'll train you yet, Chad. They're not super chatting us, so we can opine on what they say. They're waiting for the reward. But you may continue, Chad.
No, I mean, I finished the thought, which was that, yeah.
Well, that and the Scorpions were very influential in ending the Soviet Union.
Yes.
With their CIA planted song.
The Winds of Change.
Yep.
Yes, the CIA plant song, supposedly. That there's no actual trail for, but that podcast is pretty interesting. The Winds of Change podcast. The guy who he interviewed a few people from the CIA that said, "Oh yeah, that was an op."
That's interesting.
But nobody will admit to it at all.
Well, would you want to you don't want to be blamed for that song.
Winds of Change is a fantastic song, and the Scorpions are great. Klaus Meine has one of the most distinct voices of 90s rock, 80s and 90s rock.
Sounds like
you're
gay for Klaus Meine.
In fact, I may go re-edit the bands that are on the 90s rock thing and throw in Winds of Change.
It's a pretty good song.
Well, that wouldn't make any sense. That's like an 80s band.
It'd probably win
like
everything.
80s band, man.
It's like,
Winds of Change, I think, was 1990.
it depends on how you count decades, too. Technically, that should still be the 1980s.
I don't care. What else do we got? Have you heard what the homeless are doing in LA?
I'm assuming jerking off in front of people.
Well, there was one guy who did that, but I think it was Seattle. He held a gun to his own head as he jumped onto the hood of a car and then proceeded to jerk off onto the windshield. But that's not the story I was going for.
Two birds, man. Two birds, you know. Sometimes you have to double up on your task for the day.
I guess. Yes, I don't know why you jump on the hood of SUV, hold a gun to your own head, pull your pants down, and start jerking off.
How did you stay on the fucking hood?
Oh my god, it's
the car
like, it's so absurd.
Oh, okay.
It's like I thought you were fucking making it up.
No, that happened like recently, like in the last couple days. But I think it was Portland or Seattle because that sounds more like they're homeless.
Yeah,
but
kind of does.
No, what the homeless in LA on Skid Row are doing is they are now capturing stray dogs, tying them to street signs or putting them in kennels, and then they are testing their drugs on them to make sure that the drugs aren't laced with fentanyl so that they don't overdose.
Oh,
so they're using the
God.
dogs to test to see if the drugs are laced with anything.
Fuck these people. That's awful.
There were, I mean...
I hear it, but
What's being done about it? What do you mean you don't see it?
Oh, now I see it. There we go. That's awful. How can you do that to dogs? These poor animals.
Some would say this is worse than the guy jumping up on a hood and jacking off.
I mean, this is animal abuse. I mean, the other stuff's it's just indecent.
Yep.
That's fucking awful. These poor dogs.
What is the government doing? Nothing.
They're enabling it. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys. The other thing I saw about the homeless in, I think it was also in LA. It may have been in San Francisco. Is everybody's just peeing on the street everywhere, like on overpasses. So they built like bathrooms on the street. They stripped all the piping, everything, all the wiring out of the lighting, all the lights, everything, and they're back to peeing on the streets.
Yeah.
So they spent probably millions of dollars to put bathrooms, like open air type bathrooms, out in the street, so that there was at least somewhere to do it, and they basically just destroyed that within days.
Yeah, naturally. Yep.
Tox for $5 says, first thing I hear is homeless dude with pants down, gun up out of promise mouth. I'm out.
That's funny.
That was something to come in on. We will do this one.
I have a ton of thanks to give, and it could be all yours.
That one stuttered a little bit. So yeah, that's what's going on with the homeless in LA, specifically around Skid Row. The other thing that has been interesting over the past couple weeks is the left's absolute embrace of Hassan Piker, to the point that he is now, like, squad members are appearing on his show. Ilhan Omar was on there.
Yeah, go figure.
I think he did something with Tlaib. And then he's been basically headlining campaign rallies for different Democrats, specifically in Michigan. So Abdul El Sayed, the Democratic candidate for the U.S. Senate in Michigan, and Summer Lee, the current U.S. representative from Pennsylvania, had him headlining rallies on April 7th at Michigan State University and the University of Michigan. So, again, we keep saying they're embracing the crazy. I don't think you can embrace any more crazy than Hassan Piker at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he's the dude that literally told a woman who came from a communist country to go fuck herself because she was talking about how awful communism
came from North Korea.
Yeah.
I believe it was either North Korea or China, but I'm pretty sure it was North Korea.
It was North Korea.
North Korea.
Yeah, well, and we deserve 9/11, amongst other things.
Yeah.
You know, he hopes most of our troops get killed over in this current conflict.
Let's be honest, man.
Stuff
He's
like
a
that.
champagne socialist. If he actually got true communism like he wanted, he would fucking hate it.
Yeah. But that wing of the Democrat Party, I mean, he's also done joint live streams with Bernie Sanders and AOC multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think it's funny that that's who the left is choosing to embrace while we keep trying to shun our crazies.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
but they don't view him as crazy.
To shun our crazies.
Well, okay.
I know they don't.
But they
That's
don't.
the problem.
Yeah. So it's not a fair comparison because they don't. Yeah, they don't view them as crazy.
Well, it's
I think
like,
a normal Democrat does. I don't think that any of these that are claiming to move towards socialism see him as crazy.
Well, pretty much at this point, it's like, you know, how do you know what your typical Democratic voter looks like? Well, just go to a protest or a pride parade, and you'll know.
You'll see every flag except for ours.
Yeah.
You'll see them. I mean, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me if they started chanting "Death to America," just like the Iranian,
They have.
regime does.
I'm pretty sure they probably have some instances. So
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't sure if we wanted to discuss that for a little bit, just because, and literally Hassan. Cenk Uyghur is one thing; he's a progressive.
mm-hmm.
His nephew Hassan, completely insane.
Yeah.
And I've never heard a sane take out of him. Even Destiny sounds somewhat sane compared to Hassan Piker.
I don't think I've
Well, let's
ever
not
heard
say things
Destiny
we
sound
can't
safe.
take back. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Hassan is performative though.
I think it is too.
The part that's not performative is how he
Shocking
takes
a
joy
dog.
from electroshocking an animal.
Yeah.
Yes, much like a homeless person in LA. They have some of the same proclivities. Well, I guess we can go into kind of the main story. Iran. So Trump.
Oh no, what happened?
Yeah, we're blockading the strait and blockading the Iranian ports.
Oh, we escalated today, both sides.
I haven't seen anything since this morning when the cargo ship tried to get through, and they were given a warning, and then the U.S. Spruance blew a hole in its side all the way through to the engine room, and then the Marines took control of the ship.
Yeah, we
Did the Democrats complain about that today
we
as well?
seized
It's Sunday,
ship.
so they don't get on the they don't get their talking points until Monday.
No, fair enough.
And Iran seized a ship. What it really
did they?
shows, yeah, they seized one too.
Whose ship?
I don't recall. I think it was one of the random countries. I think a French one, maybe.
Was it the French one that Macron and Maloney and Merz and Starmer were going to send there to militarily clear the strait?
I mean, that's
you saw that earlier this week, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're not actually. They don't.
Trump announces, "Yep, we've basically got a deal. We just have to have it signed." And then all the European countries leaders get together and they're like, "We're sending military vessels over to the strait, and we're going to clear the blockades." It's like, yeah, welcome to the party. It's over. The party's pretty much done, and this is when you want to come play, huh?
Well, they can do it now that it's safe, you know?
Yeah.
Well, the problem and this is what Trump is running into, is that any political leadership of Iran is held hostage by the.
He's negotiating with the political wing, and the IRGC is not accepting what the political wing
and that's why.
is
So
doing.
yeah,
That's why you get these talking points coming out of Trump's like, "Yep, we negotiated a plan," and then the IRGC is like, "The hell you have? We're in charge, not the political wing."
Yeah, and I think what Trump is trying to do is eventually push the political wing to take it to, and this is easier said than done, to separate. And it's almost like Northern Ireland with Sinn Féin and the IRA, where Sinn Féin was the official political wing, of the IRA, but they couldn't actually make a peace deal until Sinn Féin separated from the IRA and agreed to not, be supportive of the IRA. The problem is the IRGC they're embedded in everything. They run
the police and the military.
Yeah, so that's a problem. And I think everybody who knows about Iran knows that who do you can negotiate with all these people, but unless they sign off on it, nothing actually is going to take. And that's where Trump is getting into the fire and brimstone comments about bringing back Bridge Day and all the rest of the stuff, where that's what if we need to get them to pay attention, that's the only thing that they pay attention to. So let's blow some stuff
Show
up.
of force. Yeah. But I think you're going to continue to see this happening, and that's why I wanted to call it out a little bit, is they are negotiating, but it's not the people who are actually going to stand down, because the IRGC is not going to stand down. So Trump keeps putting it out publicly. We've made agreements. The IRGC doesn't accept them, but it seems like the political wing of Iran is actually trying to work on something. The problem is, just like the people, they're pretty much unarmed, because the IRGC is the arming, side of it. So it's going to be weird for a little while, and I expect more announcements the same way we had earlier this week with, "Oh yeah, we've got an agreement." But I think it's putting pressure on Iran also to try to save face. So we'll see. What do you think, Chad?
It's all the off ramp has always been the issue. These guys are fundamentalists who don't. They're true believers, so they're willing to fight until the end. Does China have enough influence now that their oil is still backlogged now again? that's really, I mean, that's what's forced them to the table a couple times is China telling them to get over there and start talking.
Right. But that's not forcing the IRGC. That's
No, it's not.
forcing Iran.
So, which is the problem. Like, where, you know, like, if you can't negotiate with, if there's nobody to negotiate with, you can't ever make a deal. So what's the offer?
Which is pretty much why 21 hours of JD being over there and coming back and saying, yeah, we're nowhere close. I mean, you keep getting different things coming out. And it's because you're dealing with multiple different groups. I mean, technically, the IRGC probably is the one in charge of Iran. They may not be doing the bureaucracy part, but they are who's holding a gun to everybody's head.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just too.
And that's basically the theocratic police.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so at this point, the hope would be that somebody there who had capability would have pushed and overturned and done it, but they don't have. It doesn't seem like now anybody has the ability to do that. Now the political leadership seems awfully motivated.
The Ayatollah
of rock and roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a new Ayatollah now?
It's the son.
Well, supposedly it's the son who may be in a coma from everything that we heard and may have life-threatening injuries from a bomb attack. We have not seen him make a physical appearance. There have been supposed statements put out by the new Ayatollah, but he has not appeared that any of us know of.
Okay, so I thought.
Yeah. Talks for $5 says, do you think Trump is annexing Iran to even out the Senate and House when we annex Cuba? Iran is Republican, right? Republican Guard is Iran, right?
Not really.
That deserves...
Thank you so much.
Seems to be playing better.
Yes. Of course, I was like, why don't I hear anything? Oh, yeah, I have live preview muted. Never mind.
Yeah, but I can hear the other ones.
That'll do it. Well, we were in the other scene before, so I was sharing them slightly differently. Now we're in the dynamic scene where it just plays as a kind of like StreamYard does. It mutes everybody and plays it. So
what?
So yeah, you're saying the Iranians did capture a ship today, though?
Yeah, that's what I mean. CNBC had that each side had taken a ship, and
because I was watching hockey, so I didn't pay attention after the hockey started.
Yeah, Oil Jump
it is
says,
playoff hockey.
So Iran's Revolutionary Guard fired on a tanker in the Strait of Hormuz on Saturday. A container ship in the strait was also hit by unknown projectiles. So I guess they may not have actually seized
I didn't hear.
But they were.
I heard that they fired because the captain was like, "You gave us clearance. Why are you shooting at us?" And they were like, "We gave no one clearance. Get back." So he's
the
like,
Russians were part of it.
Yes, he was like, at least let us do a U-turn and we'll return. And that was all I heard on that part. I didn't hear about a capture.
Yeah. Did he go? This
but it was
is how we fix
supposedly
things
one
on
of their
Russian
own
space
ships.
station?
It was supposedly it was one of the ships that they had actually given clearance to go challenge the blockade. So, who knows? I think they're all just a little bit trigger happy at the moment.
Probably.
Well, they've got to show that they can supposedly keep up a blockade when the U.S. has basically gone in and swept everything out and is blockading. So they're still claiming that the strait's closed because of them, when in reality the American forces have swept through there, done all the minesweeping, and what is Iran actually doing? We've got their harbors and ports surrounded, and we're blockading the ships from leaving there for the most part. So I don't know. I'm not a military strategist. It just seems like when somebody controls all the water, that's probably who's in control, not the country claiming that they are actually controlling it.
I mean, it
when you
depends.
have no Navy left, I mean, that's part of it.
So here's the problem. The entire international shipping conglomerate, whatever, There's whether it doesn't have to be a battleship that comes to here, but if one of their swift boats comes out and shoots at their boats, they still don't push it through the strait. They still leave it away. So it effectively, it's a weird situation where a $1 billion littoral combat vessel battleship blockading is as effective as a speedboat, as a Zodiac with a outboard motor driving
Did
up
you
on
say clitoral battleship?
Littoral, you dick. I'm sorry, I actually know the names of the naval vessels.
Oh no, you sunk my clitorical.
You sunk my clitoris.
You see, we designed them to be hard to find.
They were not even supposed to be seen.
The clitoral battleship doesn't exist.
It's like we designed them on purpose for combat against Muslim nations because they can't find it.
No, they just cut them out.
Yeah.
They never bothered trying. Oh, okay.
I got dark real fast.
And true.
Yeah.
Yet another issue with the invasion over here, because that's happening in Minnesota quite a bit from what we're hearing.
Really? Female circumcision?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you remember in the 90s when that was like a major human rights issues that our like liberal people were screeching about, like going over and
now they're embracing it. Now it's fine. It's no big deal. It's okay.
The voter block changed comics.
This is the culture that we want to import here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a whole bunch of other stories. Do you have anything,
once
Chad?
you put kids in a leering center, they learn.
I thought they leer.
Center, they learn
yeah, they leer.
They leer these things.
What have you heard on the California Nick Shirley law?
I mean, if they'll pass it. They don't. They're gonna pass it. It's
no, fraud's no big deal. It's okay, guys. If you look for it, we'll throw you in jail.
Because
you're not allowed to investigate
there's a fucking
fraud.
problem when they try and pass a law to prevent you from looking into it.
Which is pretty much directly against the First Amendment.
They don't care because they know at best it's going to take a dozen years to wind through the political system and court system, and is it going to be the year the Supreme Court feels like even doing something about it? So they're going to get a good amount of
They'll get a lot of knowledge out of it.
How many years did they jam up the people who did the videos of the abortion people selling body parts? They just cleared them finally.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Like last month.
They were in court and it took them that
since
long.
like 2014, something like that.
So
I didn't realize it's been going on that long, but yeah, I remember like a couple of years ago, my mom was talking about that. I was like, are you for real? Is that actually happening? And then literally like the next day I heard Tim Pool talking about it. I'm like, holy fuck, my crazy mom's not that crazy.
Yeah, Keri did a show on it too. Sometimes special guest over here, Keri.
Yes.
Smith.
Yeah, so I mean it's just like Virginia or any of the other states. They're passing these ridiculously crazy laws, knowing full well how blatantly unconstitutional they are, rolling the dice that is the judiciary going to feel like standing up for the Constitution today? And a lot of times the answer is nah, not really. We're good. So
yes,
that's ignorant.
Don't be ignorant. Well, we're at an hour and 15, and I'm out of topics.
Well, we can just
toppings already.
Yeah, I mean, the Iran thing, it's basically we're just sitting in kind of in a stalemate at the moment, so there's not a whole lot that we can cover on it that we haven't already covered.
Maybe Chad has some ideas.
I asked him a minute ago.
Chat or
chat.
Chat.
You said
for
Chad.
No, chat.
Chat. What do you want to talk
topics.
about?
Yeah, super chat your chat ideas.
No, we need to have something to talk about so they can just chat it.
I do not take away the opportunity to earn income, and just for that, I don't know whether I'm going to click the button for Bryce Dallas Howard the next time you say something.
I don't want you clicking the Bryce Dallas Howard one.
Why, in God's name, would you not want that?
Because there's so many better ones.
Fuck off.
Paris says Ireland's current situation. What's going on in Ireland?
Oh, they're rebelling against the liberal left-leaning government because they can't afford oil. They're importing more immigrants, all sorts of shit. So yeah, we could do that.
So one of
Conor
those European
McGregor's-
countries is finally stepping up a little bit.
Yeah, but they're doing they're doing like a the revolt like Canadians did with the truckers. But they're doing, but the Irish
Half-assed.
government, but the Irish, no, that's the Canadian one wasn't half-assed. It was great. The problem is they're bringing to bear, thanks to again the European Union and a lot of those things, all the full, weight of we're gonna like you're not gonna be able to buy anything. We're not gonna be able, like they're taking away their banking, all their rights, privileges, their ability to function in society.
Zephyr says, for $5, missing scientist, and don't give me some cutie pie gal. I want Mel in a kilt. Well, Zephyr, have I got news for you? It's not the best one yet. I'm working on it.
The Bullpen rewards its female super chatters.
Mel in a kilt.
Man in a kilt.
Yes, I did do a little bit of work today while watching the game, but it's not the greatest clip. The missing scientists. So we've now got a 10th missing scientist that is directly connected to NASA. Nine are dead, aren't they? Or they've found at least 5 of them dead. There's a whole bunch of scientists connected to NASA that have they were all like in the same departments.
This is oddly sounding
working
like a
on the same
three-body
stuff.
problem right now.
Yeah. But they were all like in the same portion of NASA and stuff. And
the alien
NASA
part.
were they at?
The alien part?
The
Zephyr
X-Files.
says we're up to 11.
No, the 11th one, she died years ago or something. I don't think that one matches.
Well, yeah, it's been happening over years, but
Oh, well, that doesn't.
Well,
it's
no,
a
not
conspiracy.
it wasn't just that. It was, I forgot, something happened like specifically.
I was gonna say people die. I
It's
mean,
like,
No.
that does
When was
happen.
this project? It was in the 1970s. How old was this scientist?
Let me see if I can
74.
get some information.
She died of. They want us to believe she died of natural causes.
Causes.
Did you know over 100% of people ever born have died?
Yes,
That's not true. We're all here.
for now.
that's just because I haven't been to the doctor.
That's just
yet to find
because
out what's
you're
killing
not
me.
you don't understand, man. Once
You
we
said
try to-
100% of people that
Yeah.
have been born have died.
Yeah, because we're in a simulation.
We've all died.
in
I
a
mean, we're all
simula-
been
we are
born.
in
We're
a
alive.
Simulation, buddy. Simulation theory.
We would still have to be alive.
No, we would. No, that's the whole point of simulation theory. We're not
No.
truly alive.
Oh, we're not?
No, because we're living in the simulation.
Computer programs.
We are
What-
basically.
I'm
we
sorry,
are the
what did you say
Sims-
we're
We're
doing?
the Sims.
We
dude.
are the
We're
Sims characters.
No, hold on. Chad, what did you say we're doing in the simulation?
We're just functioning.
We're living in the simulation?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not alive?
We're not truly conscious if
Or
we're
ones and
just,
zeros truly alive.
if we're just functioning.
Well, what does it mean to be? I think, therefore I am, bro.
You're in the Matrix, Nero.
Look, don't try to Dr. Moriarty me
Fucking
from Star
Descartes.
Trek: The Next Generation.
No, that was Descartes. Don't fucking give Star Trek fucking
Comics is my reference not accurate?
what
Yeah,
the,
it's kind of accurate.
I think
Thank
therefore I think therefore I am. That's Descartes.
I was speaking to where he said that within the context of being in a simulation, thinking he was conscious when he wasn't.
Yeah.
So the story is circulating online and now in some mainstream outlets as well, like Newsweek, CBS, and Fox, and the New York Post, about 10 to 11 scientists or lab workers with ties to NASA, especially the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, nuclear research in Los Alamos, fusion energy, and astrophysics, have either died or gone missing since roughly 2023. So it's about 3 years that it's spanned that there has been Michael David Hicks died at 59. Frank Maywald died at 61. Nuno Lorario was shot in 2025 and died the next day. Carl Grillmare was shot to death on his front porch February of 2026. Jason Thomas disappeared December 2025, body found in Massachusetts Lake in March of 2026. And then we've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that have all gone missing since 2025. June 2025 for one, another one in June of 2025, one in May of 2025, one in February of 2025, and one that it doesn't give a month. So, yeah, that's pretty coincidental to have that many all in the same research type areas and have it all be within a 3-year span, and some of the disappearances all happening within a few months of each other.
Did they work around that crazy collider that makes people go insane?
No, this is all alien stuff, bro.
But I don't know enough about it to actually talk about it. So
I thought we couldn't go into space because we can't go through the firmament.
The firmament?
The firmament. That's what Candace said, right?
I didn't hear how she pronounced that one.
We can't go through the Fibonacci sequence. Yeah, I don't know, dude. That's kind of weird. My crazy conspiracy mind immediately goes, "Oh, I know what's happening. Iran's abducting these scientists, and that's the real reason why we're going into Iran."
Oh, is it like
no?
the
real reason we went into Iran was to call away attention from the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Everybody knows that.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah, it did. Nobody's talked about that for weeks. Maybe
Have they found her?
Or
No.
Keri?
There was some. My wife came out yesterday and was like, "They're releasing an update on Nancy Guthrie," and I was like, "Okay."
Why?
The next morning, I was like, "So what was the update?" And she was like, "I never saw anything." It was just like they just showed a whole bunch of cops back at the house again. So they're now saying that they found more DNA evidence at the house.
How did they miss it the first time? How about you check everything?
The first 6 or 7 times.
Yeah,
apparently.
measure twice, cut
Did
once.
you show
kind of
back
thing?
up and like pee on the couch and then leave? What the
Right.
fuck?
Yeah, she's definitely dead. I mean, they were saying within the first couple of days of it, with her pacemaker and without her medication, she only has like days of life.
Yeah, that's
So, I mean, we're at like 3 months now.
yeah.
Definitely dead.
Or on a beach in the Bahamas.
That's where they. That's where they usually take you when you're abducted to a beach in Bahamas.
Yeah,
No,
Tupac
it's
and
the
Nancy
idea
Guthrie's mom are
they
living
think
out
I'm
there.
dead. I kidnapped myself.
That's all right. I found that is definitely the next great conspiracy. Her and Tupac hanging out together.
Yeah. With Elvis.
And Biggie.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You went too far. I think Biggie's clearly dead.
Yeah.
Tupac alive.
Indeed. Yeah, that is kind of weird. What are the current theories going on around this?
Nothing, because everybody stopped talking about it.
Okay. No, sorry, the missing scientist. Not
Oh,
aliens.
Well, the grand conspiracy theorist is mostly speculation fueled by incomplete early reporting and online pattern seeking. Some deaths have clear, non-sinister resolutions. Others remain genuinely puzzling under investigation. Don't know.
Like I
There's
said,
not-
aliens.
Yeah.
Not that aliens are doing it. I'm not trying to put the
aliens, but it's
aliens.
I'm not trying to put
suppress
the
tech.
guilt on aliens. It's our government trying to suppress information about aliens. Big
Timing
difference.
coincided with heightened interest in UAPs during the Artemis program launch and the U.S.-China tech competition. So it's probably something like, I mean, the conspiracy is probably going to be that China in the space race with us right now is killing off scientists.
Killing off scientists. That would actually
Or they're
make a lot of sense.
kidnapping them.
Yeah.
Right.
Aliens.
So, I don't know. But they all would have pretty high security clearance, I would assume.
Depends. Like, I mean,
If they're working on aliens,
If they're
yeah,
working
they
on
have the
fission,
highest.
If they're working on fission and our propulsion systems, I think they'd have
a lot of that stuff
security
is
clearance.
well. Here's the thing: they will have clearance for what they're working on, but a lot of that stuff is very compartmentalized, where they're working on a component.
That's why you
item.
get 10 or 11 of them from different compartments. Go with it.
I love it. That man's like anti-gravity or alternative energy or both.
Now, here's the thing: if they were really doing that, they'd be kidnapping people from the I forget whether it's Alabama or Mississippi location. That's where we allegedly are doing all our crazy anti-gravity research, where we build the actual rockets and super special stuff. So I think it's where wherever Trump just relocated the Space Force, that's where they're going, is where we actually do that stuff. And everyone's like, why are we moving them to like Alabama? It's because that's where the cool shit actually gets built.
Yes, E. Clay. The Banshees on The View are who claimed that Trump started the Iran war to cover up the Nancy Guthrie case.
So
We played the clip a few weeks ago. That's why I keep bringing it up, because it's hilarious. Because that implies that Trump had something to do with the Nancy Guthrie case. That's the only reason he would need to call attention away from it.
She was not a nice woman.
The government was directly involved. She was a bad woman. Her daughter, horrible, horrible reporter. Can't interview worth a crap. Don't know why they've got her around. So we got rid of her mother.
I can do that. I have lots of power.
Yes, I can. I got lots of power.
The long reach of Trump.
Some people say I've made people disappear the best of any president that's ever been.
You don't even know that they've disappeared. Neither do they.
Look at Nancy. We don't even know where she's at because we don't know.
We're the best, making people disappear for no reasons at all.
Yeah, let me see if I can go back and find that clip, though. Because, yeah, it is pretty funny that's where they go with, we'll be like, what is the government trying to cover up by taking, some kind of action? The View will be like, they're trying to cover up the death of a very old woman that they had nothing to do with. I mean, crazy. The other thing we could talk about is the Variety article on Kash Patel, I guess.
Oh, really? What
The
did Variety
alcohol
say?
charges, yeah.
Yes, Variety is claiming that Kash Patel spends his time so drunk that he can't do anything. He's rarely around or able to answer his door or get any work done because he's constantly just piss drunk. To which Bongino immediately came out and said, it's bullshit. Kash Patel came out and said, it's bullshit. And again, it's just one of those anonymously sourced stories.
Go figure.
I swear every time they come out with an anonymously sourced story anymore, it's like, yeah, I can automatically disregard just about anything they said in it.
Yeah. Because it's usually bullshit.
You'd think the harpies on The View would stick out when I'm scrolling through videos that I've had to download, but I'm not seeing it, although I know we played it. But yes, they did make such a statement.
That's retarded.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here it might be. Let me listen to it and see if it is.
Yes, we all go quiet.
Yeah.
Hi,
trying
everybody.
to listen to this so you guys can talk.
Which is funny because Chad's being quiet too. He's the talker.
I'm just waiting for Brahma to find.
Here's the right clip.
Or Chad can tell us about the Ottoman Empire.
It is his favorite topic.
I just want people to understand.
Tell us how Nancy Guthrie relates to the Ottoman Empire.
I mean, if she was kidnapped by someone for being haram.
All right, here's Whoopi telling us she's worked it all out.
It's just nutty as hell. It's nutty as hell. Yeah. And you're right. Every day is something new. And it's, I was thinking about it yesterday because I thought, well, okay, why haven't we been talking about Savannah Guthrie and what's going on there? And her mother. Why have we not been talking about the Epstein files? Because that's still there. Yeah. This is meant to get us so worked up that we are unable to see anything else.
Oh my God.
Genius woman.
I've got it worked out, guys.
Yeah. It's all wag the dog to take us away from Savannah Guthrie and the Epstein files. Now, some would actually maybe agree on the Epstein files portion of it, but how you link that with Savannah and Nancy Guthrie, don't know. Toxic Man Flu for $2. It's the shitty Trump impersonation hour.
That's right, Toxic Man Flu. It's the shitty Trump impersonation hour just for you, your favorite subject. It's perfect.
It's what we do.
The best. It's what we do.
Lil Chad always wants more, and so do I.
More Bryce Dallas.
There's one Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard is... I don't understand. She's number one seed. She's a number one seed.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about all that.
No.
People being hateful.
Talks for another $2. Don't diss Whoopi. She's a nun. I'll show you a nun.
Fair.
All hail the bullpen.
Back in the habit.
Indeed.
I'm so glad I haven't uploaded that one of Mother Teresa. So
I feel so horrible having
that was the one
watched
you're
that.
going to show.
Nope, that one is staying unuploaded for a long time.
I still feel like terrible I even watched that.
I didn't have a choice. It automatically plays in the DMs.
You were the one who requested it.
I didn't know he was going to do it.
Yeah, you did. He was specifically taking requests from you.
Typical Mad.
Make it sound like
It's not my fault.
well, when you say it like
he
that.
created the things I actually asked for.
It's bad with his usual follow my meanings, not my words.
How about a Joan of Arc in a chainmail bikini? How's that?
Listen to what I mean, not what I say.
Which is usually nonsense.
Every time this comes up, I keep thinking of that part in Wedding Crashers when it's like, you shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me. No, Tox, I didn't. One of the members of chat who has some skills with the AI managed to, and then they shook everywhere. Left and right, up and down, everywhere.
Yeah, it was pretty wrong.
Yeah. Well, if we've got no more political things to go over, maybe we should end this portion and start the after show.
Does that mean we have to do the credits too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can. Monica Bellucci. Yeah, Monica Bellucci like 28 years ago. Not now. But
still hot.
Oh, no, she's still pretty hot right now.
Still pretty hot.
You want to know? My friend convinced me when we were on spring break. It was in London, and there's this movie playing called Irreversible, and he was like, "Oh, it's starring Monica Bellucci, and apparently has lots of nudity." And I was like, "All right, let's go see that." It is a horrible, horrible movie about terrible, terrible things happening to people, and it's told in reverse. So you see the horrible ending, and then you work all the way back to what's a very happy, like, optimistic scene at the beginning, but you can't appreciate it because of all the terrible things you know are going to happen. And it's like, this is the most fucking French movie I've ever seen. And of course, because it is a French movie, I'm like, this,
of course.
I can't. It's like, it's so bad it made me feel a bit like the end scene, which is the beginning of the movie, and has Monica Bellucci nudity in it. And I'm like, I can't even enjoy this now. This is terrible. This is how just like sad this movie is. I don't ever want to deal with it. So, but she still did look hot. It just I couldn't be happy seeing that. Which
So you watched Demented Memento?
I mean,
Memento
I
is different.
Yeah, Memento was more entertaining. That one's more of a traditional like noir heisty type movie. I'd say more noir.
It was interesting, that's for certain. Dead Man for $5 says, even if the scientists are not alien related, it's still a problem.
Yeah.
If it's related in any way. And it really could just be people were murdered or people died or whatever.
Yeah.
It's with the numbers, it seems a little bit unlikely, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, the other thing too, it's like the whole thing with the King Tut's tomb and all the people that allegedly died
The
around
curse.
that. Yeah.
Right.
And when you look into it, it's like, no, a lot of people died of natural causes. Like 13 years later.
Yeah, but from the curse.
Yeah. Yeah, from the curse.
Dead Man, you get the redhead with green eyes.
Chad loves the Ottoman Empire, Brahma is an Islamophobiast, and Comix is the smartest 5'10" midget ever.
What's an Islamophobiast?
Islamophobist is what it was supposed to be, but she can't say it. Or the AI couldn't.
That's funny.
Because I've got severe Islamophobia.
It works for the character that you created.
Yes, it does. Comics, what do you got coming up this week?
Streaming as usual, Mondays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Central, and of course Fridays doing game night. I played Planet Base last Friday, which is a lot of fun. I haven't played in a long time, and I kept accidentally killing my colonist. So, yeah, I starved them to death. Usually it's I run out of spare parts, and then my colony collapses due to lack of power. This time it was from starvation. So, yeah. The funny thing about it is I should have just kept fucking streaming because I ended up staying up to 2 o'clock trying to unfuck my colony. So
you're an evil overlord.
No, it's not. I'm not doing it intentionally. It's kind of a real-time strategy game, and you're trying to like balance resources between like oxygen, water, certain people doing certain jobs, and like the first time my colony collapsed, somehow all my biologists died. Yeah, no, it was like, and they're the ones that are responsible for making food. So I was like, how'd this happen? So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I like to picture it more like you're on the Mars colony for, and like shut down the ventilation, suffocate them all.
Well, the thing about it
you
is,
think he's Cohagen? Man,
yes.
That's messed up.
you have like two primary forms of generating power, basically solar and wind. And if you don't build the basically the energy collectors soon enough, and it hits nighttime, literally your colony loses power and every fucking
So wait, in this game, what if I wanted to generate energy in a non-homosexual way? What would I do?
Unfortunately, you don't have that option.
God damn it.
However, they're working on Planet Base 2, so maybe they'll have nuclear reactors. Who knows?
That would make more sense.
Yep.
Eric K for $1 says, Comics, you need to play Mouse PI.
I want to check it out for sure.
Never heard of it.
Basically, you remember when Disney, I'm not gonna say lost the rights, but the rights to Mickey Mouse opened up.
Right.
So somebody started working on a video
Public
game.
domain.
Yeah. It's kind of set in that like original era Mickey Mouse.
Steamboat Willie type stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks fucking great. It's a first person shooter.
Eric gets my least favorite clip.
I don't always watch YouTube for politics, but when I do, it is the Bullpen with Brahma Bull and Lil Chad.
That was the most nonsensical clip to go with since we're not talking politics right now. But whatever. Mad, what do you got coming up this week?
Tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. is another What the Flick from the Vault. It's Twin Dragon Encounter, our first Canadian movie that we did.
Oh,
with
one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's really good.
Where I refuse to call
Michael?
the brothers different names. Everybody's Michael.
Yeah.
Michael's the cool one.
So that'll be tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. Central, and then Tuesday we're going to be doing the Donner Party at 9:15 p.m. Love It will be back to join us as a guest, and that's it.
Cool. Chad, how about you?
Just I'm actually gonna be out from this show and my regular show next week due to
Absolutely
vacation.
not. I was not given 2 weeks notice.
I told you. I did.
You can't tell me things after shows.
I
don't
will
remember
give
anything.
you additional notice as soon as my Israeli check clears.
Right.
I will not be a slave to anyone until that check clears.
That's funny.
But it will be seen whether Slender will go ahead forward with our show, which is Friday nights 9 p.m. the Ascendant Art podcast. We'll see if he wants to broadcast or not. That'll be up to him. Hopefully.
I don't know. It's weird because it keeps just ending up being me and him when you're not there.
Is it weird? Is it weird?
It's weird. Me and Slender mix like oil and water. We can have a talk for 2 hours, but it's not coherent, and it's usually very confrontational. Talks for another $2 says, "Pong, you jackass. You owe me, Comix."
I do nothing for your pleasure.
What do we got? I guess.
You want to hear me say something smart for once? The Bullpen is awesome.
Smartest thing she's ever said.
Indeed.
So as for me, I will be on all the aforementioned shows. Comix on actually Thursday is the only one I'm doing right now. Mad's on Tuesday.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, see ya. Wednesday, I think we've got a Christian panel this week, and then Friday, Ascendant Art if they have it. No bourbon and boarding this week, but we did do our chat brackets, and I think there's still a few hours to get into the chat bracket challenge if you want to. Check out the community post on my page, and then Sunday we're back here. So here comes some credits, and then we will have a little bit of an after show.
MAD, Matthew Valley Production. We're closing out another one. 3 hours deep, but we're not done. Cover the bills, the votes, the mess. Political theater at its best, I guess. Chat was wild and takes were flying. Politicians out here straight up lying. We broke it down, no filter, no spin. That's how the bullpen's always been. Bullpen's out, we said what we said. No, the Lulu takes, spraying truth like lead. Inside precision, facts in the clip. Next round, loading knowledge, we equip the bullpen. Dead ass, the chops on lock, got the flow, see it mainstream, pushing cap, but we see it clear. Into minds cutting straight through the haze, real spit, no front, ain't playing no games. Lip slipping, tripping on the foolery. We just chop it, call it raw, truly. We're fact checking every statement with meticulous precision, while the politicians sleeping through the legislative mission. Corporate media is feeding you a carefully designed revision. We the antidote to all the manufactured television. Bureaucratic nightmare navigating through the slow decay. Congress moving at a pace designed to keep the wolves at bay. Executive decisions, Supreme Court rulings on display. We covered every angle, no cap. That's how we play. Legislation passing in the darkness of the midnight hour. Lobbyists manipulating every center of the power. But we're watching every movement from our independent towers, posing all the corruption while the mainstream media cowers. So we're closing for the week, but the message is consistent. Real political discourse out to corporate funding for perspectives unified and intellectual resistance. Independent media's the future, we the vanguard. Next stream hitting harder with the content we've been gathering. Bullpen moving forward, independent voices battering the walls of propaganda with the facts that we've been mastering. Bullpen's out, we said what we said. No, the Lulu takes, spraying truth like lead. Inside precision, facts in the clip. Next round, loading knowledge, we equip the bullpen. Stay informed, stay skeptic. M-A-A, damn, Machiavelli to Dexter.